How did NASA engineers solve Apollo's toughest problems? Imagine trying to land humans on the moon and bring them back safely, all with technology from the 1960s. It was a huge challenge, but NASA engineers found clever ways to make it happen. They faced problems no one had ever solved before. The first big hurdle was designing a spacecraft that could operate in the vacuum of space and handle re-entry into Earth's atmosphere. They tested tiny thrusters that could steer the spacecraft and made sure these thrusters could withstand the heat of re-entry by redesigning them with better materials. Keeping astronauts alive was another challenge. The service module carried fuel cells that produced electricity, oxygen, and water. Engineers made sure these systems worked perfectly, even in the extreme conditions of space. They also created a special tank baffle to keep fuel at the bottom of the tank so the engine could restart when needed. Docking to spacecraft in orbit was a new task. NASA used the Gemini missions to practice docking maneuvers, which involved two spacecraft connecting in space. These tests helped refine the techniques and equipment needed for Apollo. Communication was vital. Engineers developed the Unified S-band transponder, a new system that tracked the spacecraft, transmitted signals, and allowed communication with mission control. This system was essential for the famous broadcast from the moon. One of the most important innovations was the Apollo guidance computer. In the early 1960s, computers were big and slow, but NASA needed a small, reliable computer for the spacecraft. They used a new technology called integrated circuits, which allowed the computer to be tiny, about the size of a small showbox, and powerful enough to navigate to the moon and back. Safety was always a priority. Engineers built backup systems so if one system failed, the crew could still return home. The Apollo guidance computer had multiple layers of redundancy, meaning it could keep working even if some parts failed. Building the launch facilities was another huge task. The U.S. Army Corps of Engineers constructed the Kennedy Space Center, including the massive Vehicle Assembly Building and Launch Complex 39, designed to handle the enormous Saturn V rockets. These facilities supported all the complex operations needed for the Apollo missions. Throughout the 1960s, the spirit of innovation and the belief that anything was possible drove NASA engineers. Their solutions not only made the moon landings a reality but also pushed forward space technology that would benefit future exploration.